So you clicked on the video. You want to know 10 GameCube hidden gems. Quite frankly, I can't blame you. You want to know a couple bangers to check off the list for the world's greatest gaming system. Why wouldn't you want to know that? But before I tell you that, I'm going to let you guys know what I define a hidden gem as, okay? Because I don't want you guys in the comments being like, "But Cake, I played PacMan World 2 when I was 5 years old. I've known about this game for 17 years. Okay, it's not actually a hidden. I don't care. Okay? A hidden gem, in my opinion, is a game that just simply does not get enough recognition, okay? I'm not saying it doesn't get any recognition ever. I'm just saying it doesn't get enough, okay? So without further ado, boys, let's get into it. Cake's top 10 GameCube hidden gems. Kicking things off at number 10, we have Crazy Taxi. Based on one of my favorite arcade games of all time, Crazy Taxi is a game about driving a taxi around, but driving it real crazy. You gotta pick up passengers and bring them to their destination, but you gotta get there as quickly as possible and by any means necessary. You can fly over hills, you can run people over, you can do anything you want, okay? This game is complete chaos and is a ton of fun. I definitely prefer the arcade version though, where you can use a real life steering wheel, but the GameCube version is a close second. You can pick this up for around 20 bucks, so it's, decently affordable. At number 9, we have the SpongeBob games. I'm talking about SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob movie game. Okay, now, these games aren't super hidden gems. Battle for Bikini Bottom, a lot of people talk about this game, rightfully so. It's a really good 3D platformer about SpongeBob, man. I mean, you may see the cover and say, SpongeBob, are you serious, bro? This game can't be good. No, it's actually solid. It's a fire platformer. Highly recommended. They're both pretty affordable. I'd say 15 to 25-ish each. And yeah, I definitely prefer Battle for Bikini Bottom over the movie game, but I definitely enjoy the movie game as well. Making our way over to number 8, we have Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Developed by Sonic Team, Billy Hatcher is a title that I do not think gets enough praise. You play as a little guy named Billy who rolls around a big-ass egg. He uses egg to kill bad guys, complete puzzles, own noobs, etc. I remember playing this game all the time when I was a kid, trying to hatch the cool eggs in the multiplayer mode, because they had these eggs where you could hatch like Sonic and Tails and all sorts of cool guys out of them. Really cool multiplayer mode, and really good music, charming character design, and overall just a pretty enjoyable experience that nobody really talks about, man. This game is a little bit on the pricier side. I think you can get a complete copy for around $60 to $70, I would say, but if you could find it cheaper, I would definitely recommend picking it up. Billy Hatcher, Giant Egg, cop it now. Number 7, Eternal Darkness. Originally planned for release on the 64, Eternal Darkness is a psychological horror GameCube exclusive that is sometimes regarded as the best horror game of all time, okay? I've never played a ton of horror games, so I can't really say that it's the best of all time. But what I have played, I have enjoyed quite a bit. A unique part about this game is a meter called the sanity meter. Alright, so if you're walking around, you see a bad guy, you see a creepy creature, something scary happens, your sanity meter is going to go down and some trippy stuff is going to start happening. Okay, it's a pretty cool and unique spin on the classic horror genre. GameCube exclusive too, so I mean, you're never going to play this on another system, man. You got to play it on the GameCube. This one is also a little bit pricey. I'd say it goes for, I think 80, 90 bucks, close to 100 bucks sometimes, complete in box, but I don't know. As a GameCube exclusive horror game that a lot of people regard as a really good horror game, I would say it's worth picking up for sure. Number 6, Cubivore. Alright, I know what you're gonna say. Cake, this game is over $500. How do you expect a guy like me to buy Cubivore? Listen, I don't expect you to buy it, okay? I'm not against emulating it. Go get it on Dolphin, man, alright? Emulate this game if you need to, because this game is quite the experience. Cubivore is a game about playing as this funny little Cubivore, little creature, whose overall goal is to become the king of all Cubivores. And you do this in multiple ways. Alright, you kill other creatures, eat them, take their abilities, and grow stronger. You evolve, you mate. Yes, that's right, you can mate in this game. You can poop. You can do all sorts of crazy actions in Cubivore Survival of the Fittest. Alright, if you can't, listen, 500 bucks for a game where you can mate, poop, and kill in? I mean, I don't know how much better it can get. I don't know what you want from me. Alright, Cubivore, tap in, 500 bucks, easy. Number 5, PacMan freaking World 2. I know, a PacMan game broke. Cake. PacMan has not been good since the freaking 1800s. I get it, okay? I hear you. But PacMan World 2 is an exception to the rule. This game is sweet. It is a 3D platforming Pac-Man game. Very bright visuals, great music, cool character design, and just an overall solid 3D platforming experience. You know, they're actually remaking Pac-Man World 1 coming out soon, so hopefully they get around to remaking Pac-Man World 2, the superior Pac-Man World game. Highly recommend you pick this up. It's very cheap. It's like 15 to 20 bucks, and it's a great time. Pick it up, Pac-Man World 2. At number 4, we have the Simpsons Hit and Run. Now just imagine the Simpsons meets Grand Theft Auto, minus the hookers and minus the drugs. But thankfully, you can still drive your car around and run people over. The best part about Grand Theft Auto. I would do that all the time when I rented this game as a kid. Very enjoyable experience. This game is unfortunately a bit on the pricier side, cashing you out at $60 or $70 complete in box. But honestly, I think you could find it a little bit cheaper. Great game, Simpsons Hit and Run. At number 3, we have Cell Damage. Some of the games that have aged the best visually on the GameCube have been cel-shaded games such as Wind Waker, Beautiful Joe, and now Cell Damage. Cel-shaded basically referring to the art style, the graphical style that these games have. This is a cool Twisted Metal-esque car fighting game that has a sweet art style. I remember renting this game all the time when I was a kid and thinking it was sick as hell, honestly. I never grew up with like a PlayStation or anything, so I had to rely on the Nintendo man to get my Twisted Metal action in. This game is not a GameCube exclusive, but I'd say it's still worth adding to the GameCube collection, definitely. It's a relatively cheap game. It could be purchased for 25 to 30 bucks, I'd say, complete in box. So, yeah, I mean, for 30 bucks, you can't go wrong. Cell Damage. At number 2, we have the Lost Kingdoms series, Lost Kingdoms 1 and Lost Kingdoms 2. This game was developed by FromSoft, the same guys that brought us the Dark Souls series. Pretty crazy, back in 2000 whatever, they were cranking out bangers even then. Lost Kingdoms is a card-based real-time RPG. You play as this girl who runs around and throws these cards around that spawn these creatures that you use to fight other creatures, okay? You basically fight these other monsters with your trading cards. Very cool concept. I remember playing Lost Kingdoms 2 a lot as a kid and thinking this game was slept on. Nobody ever... I thought this game was slept on when I was a kid. And growing up, it's still slept on. But yeah, these games can definitely get a little bit pricey. I think Lost Kingdoms 1 goes for around 70 to 80 bucks, I'd say. And then 2 can get... 2 goes a little crazy. 2 can go anywhere from like 150 to 200 sometimes, complete in box. But I definitely still recommend checking them out. Lost Kingdoms 2, extremely good game. Without further ado, boys, we have reached the number 1 game on our GameCube Hidden Gems list. We are looking at iNinja. Alright, now this game's not even a GameCube exclusive, but iNinja is a game about a little ninja who runs around. It's a 3D platformer game. You beat up bad guys, you get these things called rates, which are like basically stars from Mario. The more rates you get, the stronger your belt becomes. You go from white belt to green belt to blue belt, whatever, just like real life karate. You can kill monsters, increase your sword power. It's got funny writing, it's got pretty good music. It's just a cool, charming 3D platform. I'll admit this game is pretty heavily driven by nostalgia for me. I played this a lot as a kid, but I played it recently and I would say it ages pretty well. It's a funny game, it's fun, it's a good time. It's a little bit on the medium side of price. I would say it's around a $50 to $60 game complete. If you really wanted to, you could cop it on PS2. It's probably a little bit cheaper. I know I shouldn't say that, it's a GameCube video, but I'm just trying to look out for you guys, okay? But yeah, boys, that's my top 10 GameCube hidden gems, man. This list is always changing in my head. I'm always thinking of different hidden gems, so I might have enough games in my head to make a second video. But yeah, in the meantime, boys, if you enjoyed what you saw, please drop a subscription, man. I will be cranking out more game collecting themed content soon. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been fun making this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.